So, what do you do when the police can't or won't do anything about child predators? I mean, this is a little much, but if nobody's going to do anything, let me tell you a little story. There's an apartment complex down the road from where I live. I used to go there to hang out and clean up some apartments. I knew a bunch of people who lived there, and they would pay me to clean up the apartments. And I helped a bunch of people move from apartment to apartment. And one day, one of the girls that I was hanging out with came in to the apartment I was in and was like, "Hey, there is a man. He is a sexual child predator, or a child sexual predator, however you want to phrase that, who is watching porn with his door open on his big screen TV, and kids are about to get off the bus." So I went down there and I knocked on his door and I yelled at him. I could see it playing on the TV. And I told him to shut his door, and he was playing games with me. So I tried to get in. I tried to rip that door off the hinges. I ended up breaking the handle on the screen door, and he finally got scared and shut the door. But I was about to start kicking in that door if he didn't shut that door. He shut it and deadbolted it because he knew I was serious. I was about to come in there. Probably would have gone to prison for that incident because I wasn't there anymore. Anyway, let's react to this video real quick.
Third told his then girlfriend he was upset that police weren't doing enough to keep pedophiles in jail. According to court records, he told her if the law wasn't going to do anything, then he would, quote, kill them himself.
Regardless of the likability of the victim, we're a nation of laws. So no one gets to be judge, jury, and executioner, depending on how they feel.
But law enforcement says Spencer, seen here in court this morning, apparently felt otherwise. Back in May.
Let me clarify my story real quick. Cops knew about this guy. They knew that he was actively doing crazy things like that, and they would lock him up, but they'd put him right back out because he had mental issues and he was getting paid by the government. I don't think that guy should be alive, but I'm not going to prison for something that, it's kind of the people around there's responsibility. But like, man, what do you do when like the police just won't do anything?
Of 2023, someone spotted 37-year-old Sean Connery Shower's lifeless body in a ditch next to a park on Northwood
That's where he
Drive.
belongs.
His cell phone found under him led police to a shocking discovery involving Spencer.
They were communicating using a social media app. The communications were sexual in nature, and the officers believed that they were meeting up at this park to engage in sexual activity.
24-year-old Spencer was posing as someone underage when he agreed to meet up with Showers early that May morning, according to officials. Federal court records show Showers pleaded guilty to possession of child pornography and was mandated to register as a sex offender for life.
Based on the conversations he had with his girlfriend, that's a sort of comment that he had made, pedophiles, in the plural. But as of now, we're still investigating that.
Spencer was arrested on Wednesday. Investigators are still working to access his phone records. He's due back in court on Monday.
I think people are getting tired of all of the pedophilic stuff in the media and in the government and in the classrooms and in the streets. Nobody's doing anything about it. The media and the government and the people in the streets are all like wanting it to happen. They're teaching it in the classrooms and they're lying about it. And even people who see it on that side, they justify it. Oh, it's education. And it's just when it's straight up porn. It's just everything. I see what Tim Pool's talking about. When you start looking into all this, it's just like everything's coming apart. And it's just all the normal people who aren't involved in any of this, we're getting sick of it, man. Like, I don't even know. I do know that child predators, at this point, I don't think there isn't any excuse to keep them alive. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, actually. I'm sorry that I have to say that. I'm sorry to everyone who wishes that it not to be true, that we've got a problem with sexual predators against children. And then, if we end up going to civil war, I don't think that these sexual predators are going to be out doing their being predators, because they will be the prey.